drive, still praying it will be alright. I'm supposed to stay strong. Heaven knows I try. They got me singing kumbaya, but I don't know what it means. 'Cause I've been to the moon and back, but I still can't find release. Now every time I close my eyes, it's so clear to see. Where you are is where I wanna be. Where you are is where I wanna be. Water flows to the lowest place. I'm holding on till I see your face. No colors, only shades of gray. My heart's calling for a warm embrace. I'm supposed to stay strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You can greet me when I greet you, it's fine. That's allowed too. We are ready to go. We are going to start in about a minute and a half. So, first rules. Cell phones silent. Ke a tseba hore di-call di a kena. Ba bang ba tlo tseba ditaba tsa bona hore ho etsahalang. Cell phones on silent, please. We are live streaming this event. So if you get up and need to use the bathroom, which is outside, be mindful of the cameras behind us, especially because I know that some of our dignitaries will need to leave during the press conference. Just try and walk like this. Otherwise, we have people tuning in from everywhere. Kenya, Kai, all over the world. You will see the back of your head or whatever. So please be mindful of that. And other than that, well, have fun. And thank you so much for being with us here this morning as we celebrate another tremendous milestone in the Absa Run Your City series. Thank you. We will be underway in less than a minute. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning and welcome to what is a day which will be remembered in the history of distance running, of participation, in fact, of cultural history in South Africa for many years to come. My name is Musibudi Whitehead, and today I'll be driving this press conference as we celebrate another significant milestone in the history of the Absa Run Your City series. Thank you so much for joining us from wherever you are in South Africa or indeed around the world. We love your comments and we love your love on these social media streets. So please keep on sharing the love with us. And we love the love, and we also love all the questions about, I thought I still had time to enter. Hey, you must enter quickly because the Absa Run Your City series is sold out for 2026. And please keep sharing all that love with us. Today is a very special day. Today, we share the story of the unifying force of running. The Absa Run Your City series in just 6 short years has grown to be South Africa's premier mass participation and elite performance events over 10 kilometers in the country and indeed on the African continent. Gqeberha, Cape Town, Durban, Tshwane, and Johannesburg have led the way, and today we share something amazing. But what is it all about? This is what makes the Absa Run Your City series so special.
Bringing together over 50,000 runners across 5 of South Africa's most iconic cities. Bringing together over 50,000 runners across 5 of South Africa's most iconic cities is a series that features some of the fastest athletes on the African continent and thousands who run for something more. From record-breaking performances to fierce competition on world-class courses, the Absa Run Your City series has become a true stage for elite road running in Africa. But this series is about more than speed. It's about cities united by movement, communities brought together by purpose, and runners of every level sharing the same road. For some, it's a personal best. For others, it's a first finish line. And for many, a celebration of resilience, community, and joy. Five cities, one unforgettable journey. This is where elite performance meets the power of participation. This is the Absa Run Your City series. Broadcast live on your World of Champions.
See all the various different performers, from those of us who are there doing Operation Sub-Finish to get it done in 2 hours, to the fast guys that are sitting there, those thin guys, they look a lot bigger on TV. You'll see them, they'll come up now, who complete the course in 27 minutes. This is what makes the Absa Run Your City series so special. And because it's so special, we are joined today by the very best of the best. Let's start off by recognizing some of the people who make sure that this event happens. In their absence, please, let's give a warm round of applause for the Premier of the Free State, the Honorable Makwine Letsoa Matahe Matso. 2 MECs are worth mentioning here today. Firstly, from the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, the MEC, Honorable Ketso Makume. MEC for Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation, Honorable Zanele Sifuba. And then, of course, they have been guests, shall I say, of the Absa Run Your City series for some time this year. Please, let's put our hands together for the Executive Mayor of the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality, Councillor Gregory Ntatisi, who is joined by Deputy Lulama Tidi Odili. A round of applause for Councillor Lulama Tidi Odili. The Speaker of the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality, Dr. Lawrence Matai, also needs a warm round of applause, please. The Council Whip of the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality, Councillor Vumile Nikelo. All MMCs present here with us this morning. Our City Manager of the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality, Ntate Sello More. And they've brought everyone, including HODs and senior managers. Thank you for all coming and showing your support. Please, a round of applause. Those are the people of the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality and, of course, the Free State Province. We also have representation from Athletics South Africa and Athletics Free State. We start off with the acting president of Athletics South Africa. Please give a warm round of applause to Morena John Matane. Athletics Free State's acting president, Ms. Odessa Swartz. Give her a round of applause, please. Free State Sports Confederation are represented by their president, Edward Saunderson. In his absence, a warm round of applause for Absa's Chief Executive of Personal and Private Banking Pan-Africa, Sitoyo Lopokoyit. Absa on the podium here today will be represented by a man who knows the sponsorship game well, having played that role for many years. Please give a warm round of applause to Chief Marketing and Corporate Affairs Officer for the Absa Group, Mr. Sidney Mbele. And of course, they've been there from the beginning. A pleasure to have them here once again, heading up marketing in South Africa for Puma. Please put your hands together for Mr. Alex Hully. Those are the guys who make sure that the prize money is in place. And the guys who collect the prize money are also here with us today. Please, let's give a warm round of applause for the veteran of South African distance running, multiple SA champion and four-time Olympian, that is Stephen Mukoka. Affectionately known as Mr. Absa, Mr. Podium, for his exploits in the Absa Run Your City series. Please welcome Kabelo Mulaudzi. Well, from the Northern Cape, but I think he's become famous even in the Free State after his exploits at the Total Sports Two Oceans Marathon in April. Please welcome the reigning champion at the Two Oceans Marathon this year, Mr. Arthur Jantjies. A World Championship bronze medalist and a man for the ages, former SA record holder. Please put your hands together for Mr. Johan Cronje. And a son of the Bloemfontein soil, having attended Grey College and won titles for Grey College. Please put your hands together for Mr. Elye van Sail. World Championship bronze medalist. We are here and we heard today the support that we've got from the Free State government and indeed the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality. It means we are here for a very, very special day. Take a look at this.
Every great journey begins with a single step. In 2015, a bold vision came to life in Cape Town. In 2016, Johannesburg joined the movement. In 2017, Durban raised the pace. Then, in 2023, Gqeberha and Tshwane took the series to new heights. Together, these iconic cities have created something extraordinary. A celebration of movement, world-class racing, one nation, one community, united in the joy of running. Run, hardloop, balega, gidima, mata, gitima, yaboga, tsotsoma, gijima. And now, the journey continues. In 2026, the Absa Run Your City series expands from 5 events to 6. Proudly welcoming the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K. A new city, a new energy, the same unforgettable experience. 6 iconic cities, 1 world-class series, 1 nation running together. The Absa Run Your City series, now bigger than ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K! We are finally here. Let's get this show on the road. Please give a warm round of applause to a man who's been chasing this and making sure that it happens. The Executive Mayor of the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality, Councillor Gregory Ntatisi, to open with his remarks. There we go. Ready for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the Master of Ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, please look down, don't look at me, because the manner in which I'm so ugly, it might not appetite or appetize you, and you may miss what I'm going to say. But let me start by saying, Mangaung is in the center of the country. Mm-hmm. And Mangaung, it is where it began. Today, we are celebrating our democratic dispensation. The big minds, the people who felt South Africa must be a non-racial democratic dispensation, converged in this city in 1912 and worked towards what we are busy transforming today as the exponent of democracy. It all began here. We have got so many roads that lead to this city from all corners of the country, including air, rail. Think of any mode of transport. People can reach here easily. So Mangaung is a home of all. And when you have touched base with us, believe me, you are at the umbilical cord of democracy. Welcome. Welcome. I want to recognize the Premier and the MECs that are here, recognize the Metro, the Troika, and the MMCs that are here. Indeed, recognize all the sporting bodies at national level that were mentioned, and rise on the chairperson's protocol and say, please, just know that I was 1 minute late because I just parted a meeting with the national SABC leadership that is currently in the Metro, and they have instructed me to say they must be counted as those that will be running with us. So we have got a team from the high echelons of South African Broadcasting Corporation who will be joining us when we do Absa Radio City. So this is going to be one of the magnificent and the biggest, I believe, given that people can reach us easily. Dadetodo, together with your Premier, I really want to thank you for standing with us as a Metro. I would like to demonstrate the aggression with which we approach the organizers. We went to where they were to make sure that they come to Mangaung, literally. We impressed them, we ran. We did not only ask them to come, we demonstrated that we command the ability. The Red Toto did 1 hour, 15 minutes. I did 1 hour, 26 minutes. Well, that's owing to our age. But we ran. We ran our life to make sure that, and we became partners instantly. So yes, and I really want to say I'm elated. I'm left with how many months? 4 or 5? Three now. And in my inside 3, at least together with my team, we have yet reached a milestone to get this to happen together with our province. I feel like I should give myself a pat at the I honestly would say to Absa and the team for listening to us. I know it was difficult. Just know that we don't like you. We really don't like you. For we love you in what you did to embrace us. Thank you very much. And we have got Limo Mall, which is now taking a shape to Limo Mangaung, and I can tell you it's going to end up being a Mangaung marathon because it's happening in Mangaung. We have got those discussions that are taking place. That community of Limo Mall Marathon will be joining us too, to make sure that we have got a base to start from. We have got Mangaung Athletics, our own, which also will be collapsing into this. So Absa, I'm warning you, prepare more. Don't come thinking that we are just but a metro there at the corner. We are muscular in approach. Thank you very much.
And I can vouch for that. They came to Kabeja. The race was the day after the Soweto Derby. And they said, check a derby. And I said, are you sure you want to watch the derby and then go and run tomorrow morning? And they said, well, sure. They went out and had fun and completed the race the next day. So maybe it's not just your age, but the festivities. So well done. 3 months is more than enough time to train. And the next person to the podium, if you guys need a training plan, and anyone indeed, she is rightly placed to make sure that we have all the expertise to get the job done. She's more famous these days, not for her role as an administrator, I would suggest, but for having birthed one of South Africa's favorite sons. Of course, Wade van Niekerk is a child as well of Mangaung. And his mother has given service to the Federation. Please give a warm round of applause to the acting president of Athletics Free State, Ms. Odessa Swart.
I really tried the red today, but when I got in here, it was spicy red hot, and I had to remove my jersey. On behalf of Athletics Free State, our federation, we would love to welcome Absa and Absa Run Your City to our province. This is the beautiful city of roses, and I trust and believe that everyone in red will enjoy the city of roses. Thank you, Absa, for investing in our sport as well as choosing our province. I know that it's going to be one of your greatest. Welcome.
Thank you. You can see she was a sprinter during her days. That was short and sharp. Thank you, Ms. Odessa Swart. Next up, we welcome someone who will speak about the importance that this Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K will play in the entire region, specifically because we look to draw participants from the neighboring provinces as we are in the heartland of South Africa. Please, let's give a warm round of applause and a welcome to our MEC for Economic Development and Tourism, Honorable Ketso Makume.
Thank you, Program Director. The leadership that has been recognized both from government, Absa, Puma, and athletes, and associations that are going to join us. And also the municipality, let me take this opportunity to recognize the mayor and his team. I've noticed that they also brought the the municipal manager, who was going to ensure that everything went as smooth as possible. Program Director, it is a privilege to join you today as we officially announced the arrival of the Absa Run the City Mangaung series. This is more than a sporting announcement. It is a statement of confidence in Mangaung and in the Free State, and in the power of partnerships to unlock new economic and tourism opportunities. When I was appointed as the MEC responsible for the then Department of Economic Small Business Development, Tourism, and now which is called the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, we took time together with the team to observe the landscape of our provincial economy and to understand where practical partnerships could make a measurable difference. One of the areas that became clear was the growing connection between banking institutions, major cities events, destination marketing, the sports tourism, and township and small business participation. We therefore took or initiated engagements with the commercial banks to better understand their tourism-driven products, their event platforms, and the ways in which these initiatives were already activating various major cities across South Africa. I don't want to lie. With Absa, the Absa Run Your City series was one of the most important platforms that emerged from the engagements. Today, as we stand at this official press conference announcing the Mangaung series, we are not simply witnessing an event launch. We are witnessing an outcome of a discussion that has been unfolding over 2 years. A discussion rooted in possibilities, persistence, and shared belief in the Free State. There are individuals that I want to thank today, one of them being the councillor from Mangaung, Matthew, who took us by the hand when we wanted to pull out because Mangaung was stubborn to have this thing happening. And the councillor who also took over from Auskio, who also participated together with the mayor when we were in Gqeberha. The Absa Run Your City series has become a proudly South African mass participation road running platform that brings together communities, businesses, elite athletes, social runners, families, entertainers, and supporters in the streets of the host cities. Its value lies not only in the race itself, but in the full city experience it creates. For Mangaung, this announcement is an opportunity to showcase our capital city as a place of energy, culture, resilience, and hospitality. It gives us a platform to bring visitors into our streets, expose them to our heritage, connect them with our local business, and remind South Africa that Free State has destination experiences and stories worthy choosing. Helayalo san. Sports tourism is not a side issue in economic development. It fills accommodation establishments, supports restaurants and transport operators, creates trading opportunities for all small enterprise, strengthens destination visibility, and gives communities a sense of ownership over major events hosted in their own city. To Absa, I want to thank you. To Puma, I want to thank you. Thank you for listening, for engaging, and for recognizing the Free State story matters, because the Absa series Run Your City also matters. Thank you for seeing Mangaung not as an afterthought, but as a city capable of hosting a national platform with pride and excellency. To the organizers, municipalities, provincial departments, sponsors, clubs, and in particular the athletes that I came across and I discussed with them when we were in Gqeberha, and I'm happy to see them present today. Who will carry this work forward? Your role is central. The success of this series will depend on coordination, visibility, safety, participation, and a shared commitment to ensuring that every visitor experiences the warmth and professionalism of Mangaung. As the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, we view this as announcement as part of the broader effort to reposition the Free State as an active, competitive, and welcoming tourism destination. We want our people to participate, our businesses to benefit, our young people to see opportunity, and our visitors to live with a reason to return. I therefore call on all the people of Mangaung and the wider Free State to embrace this series, register, run, walk, support, trade, volunteer, perform, host, and promote, but above all, give love. Let us turn this announcement into a movement that reflects who we are: proud, capable, hospitable, and ready. As I close, today confirms what we have always known and what we must continue to communicate boldly. The Free State is not a place to go through, but a place to go to. And Absa has confirmed that they are coming to. They will not travel from Cape Town to Joburg and go through. They will not travel from Northern Cape and other places to go through. But for the first time in history, they will come to. May the Absa Run Your City Mangaung series become a celebration of movement, partnership, tourism, and enterprise, and provincial pride. I wish to thank you all. Thank you.
Beautiful words from the heart, spoken from the heart of South Africa. Now, as we continue to share the message of the story which matters, the story of the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K, please let us welcome those who have been alluded to, who made sure that this, after 2 years of discussion, happened right here in Mangaung. Please, first up, let's give a warm round of applause to the man behind this wonderful repositioning of Absa as a story that matters. Please put your hands together for Ntate Sidney Mbele, who is, of course, Chief Marketing and Corporate Affairs Officer at the Absa Group. He'll take a seat in the center, Sidney, and next to him, because they've been here since the beginning. Please, let's welcome once again from Puma South Africa, heading up their marketing, Mr. Alex Huddy. Next to Sydney, please, Alex. Next to me here on my right, please put your hands together for the acting president of Athletics South Africa, Morena John Matane. And on the far right, representing Stillwater Sports, who of course birthed the Absa Run Your City series, please let us welcome General Manager, Mr. Wade Bromfield. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. And we will start with you, Sydney. Good morning.
Good morning.
How do you feel?
Dumelang. Rifitlile.
Rifitlile. Hela yalo. How do you feel, Sydney? Just off the top, you've heard these discussions take a long time to unfold. And there's a lot of due diligence that must be done. And there's a lot of interest in the Absa Run Your City series. So for this to finally happen, and for Mangaung to be chosen,
yes,
how does that make you feel?
I must say I'm beaming with pride. And listening to the heartfelt speech by the MEC and by the mayor, that came from the heart. You can't script that. I mean, yes, of course, the MEC was reading from a piece of paper, but it says a lot about what it means. When people look at our organizations like Absa, they see these big buildings, these huge, complex institutions. But actually, an organization like ours is not a building. It is the people inside. And what we seek to do is to empower Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time. And I am just so elated. I'm even stealing your words. I'm just so elated that we are here now, making a difference to the community, making a difference to ordinary people, making a difference to the economic stratosphere, making a difference to the tourism, potential opportunities for businesses, the legacy that it will leave for the city. So how am I feeling? I'm beaming with pride.
He's beaming with pride. And the points you mentioned there about making a difference in terms of economic opportunities, people will go to the Free State, not through the Free State. Those are some of the things then that when you sit back, inspired you or galvanized you is probably a better word, to get involved with the Absa Run Your City series in the first place back in 2021. What was the thinking?
And I think if you think about what social cohesion means, it's the smallest things, it's the micro things, and it's also the macro things. The lovely thing about, and I love the visuals around the room, because they truly explode what Absa Run Your City series is. It's a 10K. It attracts people who are highly competitive. But it also attracts, on the other end, ordinary people who want to walk with their families. So its accessibility, its ability to inspire people to live a healthy lifestyle, people to connect, these are not big, complex things. These are live things. You know, and we just love just how much, you know, it, in terms of elasticity, it provides, whether you want to be complex and talk about business, whether you want to be complex and talk about the economy, but also you can talk about just simple, ordinary things that people enjoy, and its contribution to how communities can just become sustainable.
Correct. And you're talking about your involvement as Absa since 2021. Alex, you've seen this grow since 2015, when you were convinced to be part of this Run Your City series, when no one knew that it would become the juggernaut that it is today. How do you feel then to see us expand from 5 cities to 6 and now include Mangaung?
I think I echo the gentleman on my right, as well as everyone else in the room. It is an absolutely amazing achievement. For the brand to watch it grow from a single event and sponsorship of that event, growing it into the elite event that it is now, and the series that it is, the access point that it gives elite runners, as well as the everyday runner, to our product, but also to running as a sport. The development of running and the growth of running in South Africa is truly supported with events like these and series like these. And if it continues on this trajectory, the brand is extremely excited about being part of that journey.
Part of that journey includes, as you mentioned, the elite performers, and we've seen in particular some of Puma's, what these days in marketing terms are called assets. Those, I mean, guys who run fast and sell shoes. Because they inspire us, like, even, you know, if I can get this guy's shoes and I don't train, I can still run fast. No, you got to train first. But people like Kabelo Mulaudzi, for example, Glen Rose Kaba, we see them on posters now, when before we only saw Americans, East Africans, Europeans. And they speak to the development here next to me. Dade Matane, last year we held the National 10-kilometer championships right here in Bloemfontein. How do you feel to see a race of this caliber coming to Mangaung? What will it do for Athletics South Africa in terms of developing top runners like Bomulaudzi, Lebo Glen Rose Kaba? Good morning.
Good morning, Thobela. Khotso.
Thobela.
Firstly, Mosebodi, let me show my dissatisfaction that Des and Natalie and Mike Meyer refused me to run Absa Run and allowed the executive mayor and the MMC to run. You know, when they approached me in Tshwane and allowed me to run MEC, I was going to have a green Absa Run number. But I want to say, Mosebodi, we are excited as Athletics South Africa. That shows that our sports athletic is growing big, and more especially in Mangaung. And I like what the executive mayor have said, and also the MEC said when they said, I quote them, when you go to Cape Town, the people were passing here. So we are going to change. They are not going to pass here, Mosebodi. They are going to have a training here. Run your city in Mangaung. But I want to challenge them. As you know, I always challenge. Mike Mayer will tell you, and Des will tell you that when I'm doing things, I'm a competitive person. Acting president knows. When we are in the competition, I'm the loudest president in all provinces until I become the acting president of the national. We are Tshwane, Run Your City, with more than 10,000 runners. I'm competing with Mangaung now. If you come with 11,000, I'm coming with 12. And I'm saying to you, Chief, if they're not coming to 12, we take it back to 10.
Well, he's wearing 2 hats, of course. He's also the president of Athletics Gauteng North, and they hosted the Absa Run Your City Tshwane 10K, which takes place in about a month's time now at the end of August. And there always is, it's already a sold-out event. and there's always this competition about which city will be better, which city will bring the best flavor. We'll ask them here, but I love that competition, Wade. We're now getting competition between cities of people who want to host the Absa Run Your City series. It says something about the strength of the brand and how you've been able to build this as Stillwater Sports. Talk to us then about today, the launch of the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K. From your perspective, I mean, how does this reflect the long-term growth? Was this always part of the plan to come from 5 to 6 and keep going?
Thanks, Mosibori, and good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Absa Run Your City Series team, it's such an amazing morning for us to be here, because this announcement and the journey to get here, as we've heard, has been going on for 2 years. It's an exciting moment, not just for us as Stillwater Sports, but it's a very exciting moment for us, because for many, many years, we've heard all of the runners from the Free State province travel to the other Absa Run Your City Series events, and now they get to own their very own. So in that light, I want to say this morning we're very, very excited to welcome and also see the reception of the runners on social media, because we streamed live this morning to all 5 platforms of the Absa Run Your City series. And as we know, with Mangaung, it's at the heart of it all. And we look forward to welcoming the end of the series right here in the Free State province.
He's right, because we're getting the love from you on these social media streets. Let me give a shout out to my friends. Why not if you're on the podium? Mkhotsi, Martin Ngwenya, he's based in KZN, but he's originally from here. He calls this part of the world home. So he says, well done, Mkhotsi. Thank you so much. Absa Run Your City Mangaung, I think they'll be coming and bringing a contingent of their athletes from their club as well, Max Delete. So looking forward to having many more from around the country, and please keep sharing your comments with us on social media. I guess the people that then we are able to influence, Bra Sydney, speaks about each of these individual stories that matters. I love the way you explain it, because from 2 years ago, I think was it 2 or 3 years ago, when Absa put out this bold new brand position about each story mattering. I remember watching on TV and seeing you explain it just like that, one story at a time. It means that everyone matters. Now talk to us about practically. It's nice to speak well, but talk to us about rands and cents, I beg your pardon. How are we making a difference in the lives of people who interact with the Absa Run Your City series?
Thank you for that very good question, because I think what it does, it explains probably what stands behind the energy and the emotion. Executive Mayor and MEC, as you talk so fondly about this, let me just start with our own colleagues as Absa. You know, people who participate from all walks of life in this series fall in love again with their cities. They rediscover what it means to feel a sense of connectedness with their cities. So our colleagues in every one of these cities, the day before the actual event, they actually go out into the city and they do a cleanup. Mm-hmm. They clean the city. They contribute to the betterment of the environment, the beautification of where people are going to be running. That's how they contribute. Alongside this, Musibudi, which maybe doesn't come across quite strongly because people focus on the race itself, is that over 10 million rands since the start of the series has been invested in vegetable gardens in schools. So there's a program that identifies schools around where we are hosting the event, and we contribute to creating sustainable solutions for the economy, for the cities in which we participate.
And he's telling the truth. I've been to some of the vegetable gardens. We've given away kits to local running clubs, a number of various different things through this initiative of the Absa Run Your City, where Absa gives us R1 for each kilometer run if you follow them on Strava.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, there's a legacy that is left for the communities. Force for good, impact for the communities. Let me talk about our clients. If you are an Absa client, on your entry fee, you get 30% cashback. I can see people wanting to sign up right now. 30% cashback from your entry fee. Now, I mean, of course, I've spoken about small businesses. Of course, I've spoken about sort of the runners. Just think about the tourism aspect. How, through something so powerful, you are able to showcase the iconic landscapes of a city that you would otherwise not be able to see. People across the country, because it is live on television. And people are able to see all of this. And think about all of the economic opportunities. So across the ecosystem, there is something for someone to benefit. So it's not just the 10 kilometers. It's a much more, much broader, much more expanded impact. So I don't know if the executive mayor truly understands how big this thing is beyond the race itself. I don't know if the MEC, really conceptualized the amount of legacy that they are leaving for the city and for the province. So congratulations to you.
Let's give them a round of applause. Because they fought hard for it, it must be said. We were seeing Makume, we see Mranantatisi at some of the events saying, is this thing ever going to happen? We've been seeing their faces for a long time. But I guess, Wade, it speaks to the fact that there are lots of balls in the air when you have something like the Absa Run Your City series. Several various different stakeholders, sponsors, cities, and lots of boxes to check. It can't happen. It's not possible without a wide range of various stakeholders. How important is that? And how do you get them together to end up having a board like this behind us?
Thanks, Mosibodi. It's a very slow but diligent process. And the reason for that is what we pride ourselves on as the Absa Run Your City series is always aligning the goals of each of our stakeholders and our sponsors to make sure that they're engaging with all of the runners that you see around in the branding in the room today. The event of Absa Run Your City series, as we know, it reaches far more than 50,000 runners each calendar year. And so now to expand that footprint to over 55,000 runners, it's something truly unique and something special. But one of the strengths that we've always made sure we deliver on is consistency. And part of that is making sure that not only the first runner has the best experience, but also the person that crosses the finish line last. To make sure that that experience, the value that they receive, is also consistent. And part of that journey in making sure that this announcement has been so successful and will continue to be a world-class event in October later this year is to make sure that Mangaung can experience an Absa Run Your City series event the exact same way they've seen it broadcast live across the other major metros around South Africa. So it's by that slow, due diligent process to make sure that Absa's happy, the executive mayor, the MEC, Mangaung, the province, Puma, Athletics South Africa, Free State Athletics. There's a host of parties and partners that go into making such an incredible announcement today. And on behalf of the team, I'd like to say thank you, everyone, for the confidence, for believing in Absa Run Your City series, because we can't wait to welcome thousands of runners to the City of Roses in a few months' time.
Well said. We'll hear from the rest of the team in just a short while. They'll give us the nuts and bolts. When do I enter? Ooh, that's going to be a difficult question. When are entries opening? So I can be ready. We'll hear from them in just a short while. But I like what he mentions, Alex, that the same experience. If I go and run the Absa Run Your City Joburg 10K, I mustn't come to Mangaung and find that, man, you got to keep Puma Light. This one is Puma Light. What are we giving runners, especially in terms of the Puma experience, that is consistent throughout the Absa Run Your City series?
So thank you. I think to Wade's point, it is about that consistency. It is about exceeding the previous events. It is about being and offering not just a South African class, not just an African class, but a world-class running series in South Africa. And as a brand, to be part of that, to not only cater for elite athletes, the likes of Cabello and Glenrose, but also to the everyday runner. And not only on race day experience, but also with the Puma Nitro demo days, partnering with Total Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Kloppers, a local retailer, somewhere that athletes, runners can experience the Puma brand and the Nitro technology on offer to make sure that they're running their best race.
In the lead up to the race.
In the lead up to the race, and that will be consistently offered, that we offer in all other 5 of the race series. We're super excited to bring this Puma experience to you here in the City of Roses.
Now, he's been challenging people. I'm going to challenge him now with what you have just spoken about, Alex Halley. We're going to call up some top runners in a short while. Whenever we call top runners, they're from, these days, they tend to be from there. 15 years ago, we had a man who was the best in the world, who's from this part of the world. Are we going to see some talented youngsters from Athletics Free State coming to participate in the Absa Ranyo City Mangaung 10K? Are we seeing the next boy soccer coming here?
Msibudi, you see, in Athletics South Africa, we have Inox Kosana, who come from Mangaung. He's our road running
Let him stand up. He's here.
He's here. Babas Kosana. He's the son of the soil. He will make sure that he bring all those bigger athletes to come and compete here. Not only the ones that come from Mangaung, MEC and the executive mayor. I know Mike and Des, they will call me anytime to say they bring athletes from Ethiopia, Kenya, to come and touch the base here in Mangaung. And I can assure you, Msibudi, that we are going to have the developed athlete, the young and upcoming athletes from here. Odessa, I'm giving this now. It's in your hand to provide the top 10 runners who are running Ranyo City in Mangaung. At least top 5 must come from Mangaung, so that we excite the executive mayor. We excite the executive mayor and the MEC. But Msibudi, what I want to say in terms of partnership, I want to say to the executive mayor and MEC, the issues that give us the challenges to have the events or races in our metros, it is because the high pricing of the metro, policing for the road closures and everything. If you want to make this event a very successful event, support the event with all manpower from Mangaung municipality. I can assure you, people will come and run here.
And we just had a thumbs up from our executive mayor, so I think he's on the same page. We'll leave it then with a final word from Prasidni. Prasidni, what are you most looking forward to on this very special day, the 25th of October, 2026?
Look, for those who've experienced the race or any of the series of the events, the festive nature of it, the people, what makes this beautiful country what it is, just our people. When we talk about falling in love again, when we talk about pride, these are all things that have to do with people. And I want to recognize people on whose shoulders we stand or who are in the background. I'm going to just take a quick off ramp.
We shall give you leeway.
The gentleman with the cap at the back, I forget his name, and Mpoko, can you please just stand up? The way they wanted, Mangaung wanted
Let's give them a round of applause for it. I'm going to walk over there just so we can hear their names. People don't know who they are.
And the MEC, I remember, not only did you have to go run, one day I was traveling in Cape Town, and they wanted this so bad. They said, we'll come and corner you in Cape Town so that we really get to the nub of this thing. And they were with the MEC.
Your name, please, your full name.
Mpoko Madziye.
Where are you from?
I used to work for the department, but I've since left recently.
Okay, and you were cornering him in Cape Town. Mrenaga?
Valentine Sankhani, working for the department.
We were together in Durban.
Correct.
So you've been following this man everywhere, all over South Africa.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Thank you. You may take your seats. Give them a round of applause.
Give them a round of applause. I mean, of course, Of course, from our team, Jabu, Candace, and there's many others. I'm not going to mention all of them by name. I just want to thank everyone behind the scenes who've contributed to get us to this point. And I wish you well and looking forward to being here and spending some festive time with the people of Mangaung.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Sidney Mbele, Alex Honey, John Matane, and Wade Bromfield. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Please do not leave if you have been on the podium, especially if you said a few words. We will be having a photo opportunity after this press conference, so I encourage you to please stay with us. We are nearing the end of it. Now, we heard Wade mention the team, and they are here with us. These are the people who get up. In fact, some nights they don't sleep the night before the race, up all night, making sure the road closures happen as they should, making sure that we can provide a festive and safe environment for our participants. So first up, let us give a warm round of applause for a man who has been there and has been doing it at the highest level for 2 decades, well in excess of 2 decades now. One of our directors at Stillwater Sports, please give a warm round of applause to Mr. Desroy Poole. And ladies and gentlemen, we are all about blooding new talent at the Absa Run Your City Series. In the center, please, Desroy. So she needs the energy here this morning because she is making her Absa Run Your City Series debut just like this race on the podium. Please give a round of applause to race director of the Absa Run Your City Series, Natalie Groeneveld. Natalie will take your seat there. And we shall start with Desroy. You are well aware, Desroy, of just what Wade was speaking about, the negotiations that go into making sure a race like this goes off without a hitch, the planning, all the various different boxes that must be checked. For a single event like this, from a technical perspective now, talk to us about some of the main elements that you have to deliver on race day.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bode, and thank you for the warm welcome. I'm just going to take a step back and I have to tell the story about the Mangaung delegation because that leads me into where I'm coming to. It's a very short story though. We're busy in the heat of planning in Cape Town 2 years ago. And if you mention determination, tenacity, not taking no for an answer, there I get a call to can we please meet for an hour. There's a delegation from Mangaung sitting in the hotel for us. The MEC personally attending this meeting. I walk in there, not 2 people, 8 to 10 people waiting for me. One question, only one question. Can it happen this year? My eyes, I almost wanted to leave the room. I was anxious and very, very warm. Welcomed by what was presented to us. That so many people and the highest level of the province came to ask. And I'm privileged to sit here today, to be here with the event. And thank you for your determination. You didn't take no for an answer, and here we are. Thank you. Saying that.
Yeah, so when that happens, you have to deliver at the level that you've been delivering.
Saying that, it's difficult to walk into a province. We work across the country. It's difficult to walk in a province and we normally, I'm not going to mention any negativity about anything, but normally say, let me see your plans. Let me see how you're going to do it. Let me see what you want. Here, I was welcomed into the home of Mangaung. We as a team came in undercover. A few weeks ago, when we landed here, they already knew we were coming. I don't know how the word got out. But from the traffic department, from the municipality, from all departments in the city, it was a warm welcome, and that makes our job so much easier. Thank you.
And so we have that. What you're talking about is what Mr. Matane mentioned as well. Once you've got the buy-in of those key stakeholders, then we make sure that all the roads are closed, everything happens as it should. Natalie, with that then, people have been watching this Absa Run Your City series on TV. As we said, hey man, I've been watching this thing on TV. I'm coming from Kimberley. Don't want stories. What will be my experience, given that every city has its own little bit of a flavor, different vibe? What will be my experience at the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K?
Dumelang.
Are lekai?
Riting.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody, and hello. So we, as the Absa Run Your City series team, whichever city we go to, and even in the 5 that we have been in, we ensure that every runner has the same experience. What we pride ourselves on is from the first runner that finishes the race to the last runner, they receive the same experience throughout the race. So we want our runners in this beautiful city, on the City of Roses, to come and experience a world-class event, a premier running series, and also to have fun. It's your first time, or it's your 17th time running a 10 kilometer, but come and embrace community with us. We have an amazing route that we've set up with some talent on route to keep you entertained, but I also know that runners love having their families and friends coming to spectate as well. So that's what we do pride ourselves on, making sure that every runner has fun, that they post-event also keep on having fun, bringing the gears, but that they are experiencing around the country the same experience.
The same Absa Run Your City series experience. Give them a round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Poole and Ms. Kinefeld. Thank you so much. Time for the top runners now, and we start with a man who trained here with Coach DB Prinsloo, with training partner Boy Soccer. And whenever we used to have national championships, we said, Ish, those of us from Gauteng, hey, these Afrikaans boys giving us tough time, 1500. A number of SA titles, when we were used to those titles going to AGN and CGA athletes. Here emerged a man who broke the SA record, went to the highest level running on the Diamond League, and on a very special day in Moscow, 8th, second last on the back straight, 3rd at the finish line to get a bronze medal for South Africa at the World Championships. One of Bloemfontein's favorite sons. Please put your hands together for Mr. Johan Cronje. He'll take a seat in the center. And when I mentioned the fact that he was giving us tough time, on one occasion, the next man up actually beat him at a national championship race, and we were all shocked. Munawa Marathon beating 1,500-meter men in an epic race at the national championships. Johan Cronje, Jan van Deventer, beaten by Munawadi Marathon. Mr. 10,000, Stephen Mukoka, the legend. A very famous race that took us, we said, wow, a man running 10,000 could actually beat these guys in a 1,500-meter race. Out-sprinted these two. By these two, I mean Cronje and Van Deventer. And lastly, a young man who has a bright future and for whom the Absa Run Your City series has been an opportunity that he has embraced. Because of his exploits in the Absa Run Your City series, which have seen him win 4 Absa Run Your City races last year, he's been called Mr. Absa. Mr. Podium. Kabelo Mulaudzi. Thank you for your time, gentlemen. And we shall start with, I also mentioned the man at the back. We can mention him again. Elje van Zyl, Grey College. Please stand again. You're one of my favorite athletes there. Give him a round of applause. For the benefit of the media, Elje will also be available for interviews afterwards. We'll start with you, Johan. Like Elje, you no longer live in the heart of the country, but this is where your spirit lies. The Absa Run Your City series now coming to Mangaung. What does that mean for you? Because you spent many years training just down the road here with Boysoake and the rest of them. And this was home, and you were proud to represent the Free State, even when you were getting offers to go elsewhere in the country.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm gonna start with what my wife normally says I shouldn't do, correct people, but I wasn't in that race.
Oh, it was Van Deventer.
That was the one race I missed. But like you said, incredible to see Stephen out-sprint a 1,500-meter athlete in our own
and still going, huh?
Yeah. Then to the race, I also was saying to Michael and the team that there isn't anybody that has run more laps than I have around Palace Park grass track in this town. Okay, so I started my career here. I ended it here, and like you said, there was a lot of opportunities to go elsewhere. But
why did you stay?
I think it's a community, as it was alluded to as well. It's not just, and that's a big part, but you have your, let's call it your team, you have your friends, you have support. And then I don't think a lot of people realize this, but Mangaung actually has a lot of good facilities. In fact, some of the best facilities out there for long distance athletes. We have a lot of roads to run on, safe roads, if I can put it that way, where if you live in Johannesburg, it's very tough. I remember the guys trained with me back in the day. I mean, Stephen, you guys actually have to climb into a car and go find a place to go and run. You can't step out of your front door and just go and run, in most cases. And I think Bloemfontein to Mangaung gives you that opportunity. And I feel it's also, it's one of those things where schools are very involved, the university is still very involved, and it gives people opportunity to run together and to meet up and run together. And now with a race like this, I mean, actually, congratulations on the foresight on bringing something like this to Bloemfontein, because this has actually been lacking for such a long time. There's a lot of athletes that comes from here and that goes to other places because traveling from here is sometimes difficult. And this just gives them that opportunity to do the sport they love here. And I always say, or not always, but I also live around this because I'm also a little bit in business now, past, let's call it, I have my business account with you guys. So please also support the sponsors. That's another point. But people only spend their money on three things, they say, and it's solutions, it's convenience, and it's experiences. And this is definitely one of those experiences where locals and people around Mangaung can actually jump on the bandwagon and experience the Ranya city.
Stephen, yes, give him a round of applause. Don't worry, we'll cut you if you speak too long, because they will tell us on the social media streets they're still loving this conversation. So please keep sharing all your comments with us. Stephen, you have been speaking passionately for years now about the expansion of the Absa Run Your City series. How do you feel now that we're here in the Free State? I know you're a Northwest man, but how do you feel given that you've been part of this journey since way back in 2015? Good morning.
Morning, Musi, and morning to the entire team. I think it's for the first time I see the entire team, from MMC, from government, from everywhere, supporting the event. I think I was with you, Councillor, in PE, and the question I asked was, why are you guys hinting? But I think now I got the answer. But thanks to everyone, ASA, Free State Athletics, Mangaung, members of the media, because we rely more on you guys to make sure that this series actually is known. People are aware of it, whether it's print or socials. But most importantly, Musi, there is a little story that happened this morning. Mm-hmm. When I arrived at the airport and I was picked up, and when I entered into the taxi, and the driver was like, thanks. He's thanking me for bringing the business. And I look at this man, I'm like, why are you saying I'm bringing business? And then we started having a conversation. So I'm saying to Michael, I was doing promotion, maybe I should get something there. But Musi, the series on the inception, thanks to Absa for taking the bold decision for association with the sports that, I think at that time they came back from soccer, if I'm not mistaken. But soccer, guys, everyone, we are not experiencing it the way we are experiencing it. Here you are allowed to stand next to an Olympic participant and also a bronze medalist in the World Championships. Here is LEA there, same. Myself, 4 times Olympian. We have to share the same road. Like you have heard, we share the same experience. I'm going to drink the same water. I'm going to run on the same road. So we should thank Stillwaters and Absa Rhino City for creating that kind of atmosphere for us, because not everywhere in the world you can experience that. But to come to your question, Musi, it's still a dream. And I'm happy on how the story of Absa and Stillwaters, when they've incorporated. The series, it's about 6, and we explore. We start in the Windy City, which is Kabeja, where we tell the story. I've ran against the wind, of which we have experienced this year. You go to the Mother City. When we run on the highway, Table Mountain is watching us. You know, it's one of those things you say, I was in the Mother City. And then you go to Durban. On the middle of winter, we get to get warm weather and the humid weather. And the most importantly, when we go to the city of Pretoria, that's the amazing part. You have to learn that you are running the Union Building. All the decisions are taken there. If you move to Joburg, that's the most important part. That's the hub of business. But when you get there, there's a different story. And all these series, they are different languages. Start with Zulu, Xhosa, speak everything. But we have missed one, the center, which is Bloemfontein, which is Mangaung. And if you look at how the Absa Rhino City is structured, we start there, we go there, and then we go to Joburg, we jump the city.
The middle.
The middle one, we jump that. But I like the idea. And most importantly, we have to experience different cultures, different food, different everything. So for me, the experience that is brought by Absa and the Rhino City to each and every city or to each and every province, it's very amazing. It creates the platform for...
No, continue.
It creates the platform for the young guys like Cabello. He's a 27-minute runner. Precious boys the national record. It created the platform for Councillor. I'm not sure if it was the first time running his 1 hour 26 minutes or it was for the second time, but you get to get the experience. So for me, the more we keep on expanding, the more we keep on painting the street red, caps, T-shirts and everything. That's how we're going to put Absa there. The story that we have been talking about, we share the story. We are in the city where the great Zolabat is from here. Elie Van say, from here. Johan, from here. And Mem, the legendary, Wade van Niekerk. With such, bring an event like this into this province. We are going to inspire. To be honest, we forgot about Bloemfontein. The last time we know about Bloemfontein was during the era of Wade, and then still the same. But now, bring an event here, it's going to inspire. It's going to create dreams. It's going to create wisdom. It's going to create atmosphere. Let's not talk about the business part and all those things. I'm not a businessman like Johan. All I can say is that with such, let's come into Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein Ramata.
I heard a lot of mms here, especially the ones in the front row. So I indulged him a little bit because he has been involved with the series from the beginning and has watched it grow from city to city to city. And he's right when he speaks about inspiring youngsters, because these youngsters were inspired by running with Mugoka. In fact, I spent a little bit of time training with some fast guys. And go pacing means in the main bunch. These ones call him Malume. Hey, are Malume? Then you tell, no, not yet, wait. We're going to go. And it's been wonderful to see the growth of athletes like Kabelo Mlaudzi and others, many others. Chris Mhlanga, Bennett Siloi, Precious Mashele made a name for himself in the Absa Rhino City series through this platform. Kabza, thank you for your time. You won 4 Absa Rhino City series events last year. What does it mean to you to now come to Mangaung in a couple of months' time to run the Absa Rhino City Mangaung 10K?
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank all the sponsors, Absa Rhino City, Puma, South Africa, Stillwater. Yeah, that means a lot to me to win 4 Absa series in 2025 because I make my name, you know. Yeah, now I'm looking forward to line up here in Mangaung. I hope I can be the first man to cross the line.
Less words, more action. He recently represented South Africa, I guess, at the Great Manchester Run. top athletes from around the world, Kenyans and Ethiopians. In fact, who watched the Commonwealth Games last night? There has to be at least one hand. Please raise your hand. I shouldn't be alone. The guy who led the race, the 10,000 meters, was who? Who? Kamohelo Mofolo. That's one guy. Lesotho. Who won which race here? Absa Ranyo City Tshwane 10K 2 years ago. Made a name for himself. No one knew him. The day before, at the technical meeting, we sat with Desro and them. I sat with him and Martin Ngwenya. I said, he beat Mulaudzi in a sprint finish. He's now representing Lesotho and he's planning to go to the Olympic Games. This was the platform. Daniel Ibenyo of Kenya was also in that race last night. He came 6th or 7th. But before that, he won a World Championships medal when no one knew him. Michael May and his team brought him to South Africa. You know, there are big Kenyans. Then there are those Kenyans that we say, I know, this is +1. You know, like you invite Musibudi to your party. Musibudi says, I'm bringing +1. You don't expect +1 to win. He won 3 of them. He almost broke Joshua Cheptegei's SA All-Comers record. He's now one of the biggest athletes in the world. He started here when no one knew him because of the work that has been done in the Absa Ranyo City Series. I want to see the same thing for a Free State athlete, Johan. What does this mean for athletes from the Free State in particular? Guys, you know, you've been training with guys, hoping. Sometimes I don't have transport to get to a race in Joburg or in Cape Town or in Durban. What would a race like this mean for athletes in this part of the world?
I guess it's accessibility and also when they're in the race. So, like Odessa was now, she got an objective to get 5 to 10 guys into the race, it seems. So there will be guys competing, I can promise you that. And those guys will be from here. And whether they win or lose, they're going to rub their shoulders against the best in the discipline. And I guess that just that experience of standing next to a line, next to somebody. I remember when I think I was 20 years old or something, I stood next to the legend, Hicham El Garouz. And just the experience of standing on a starting line and running a race next to a guy, that already shifts your mind to where you can go eventually. So,
by the way, Hicham El Garouz was a Moroccan world record holder, still for the 1500 meters, and many Olympic and World Championships medals.
So a platform like this, like the Ranyo City, is exactly that towards for road running and endurance athletes. So that's what's going to be, what do you call it, that's what's going to happen to the community here. So they're going to rub their shoulders, they're going to get better, and we're going to get more and more top-class athletes from Bloemfontein and from Mangaung.
That's at the front of the field. At the back, because now I think you're at the back. I see you cycling more these days, eh? You're doing less running. What's the flavor like? If I come to Mangaung to run a 10K, what's that special something that's going to be different from Tshwane, from Joburg, from Cape Town, from Durban? What is it like to participate in an event here?
Look, that's a difficult question to answer because I've never been there, but I'm joking. That's why I'm cycling now. I'm too slow to run anymore, but it's always been fun, right? And that's why big marathons, big road runs, and those things are so popular. It is fun to be in those events. People go for, again, like I said in the beginning, for the experience. So they get into this race, there's music along the line, and everybody has their own, let's call it, little objective that they want to achieve. It might be a sub 2 hour this, or it might, in a 10K, it might be sub 60 minutes. And the build up towards that is the work towards that, and then on the day, the crowd cheering next to the road. There can be so many things, but I feel from Bloemfontein side, you'll definitely feel the hospitality. This is we don't have much more than that here, except Little Naval Hill. Maybe if you talk about mountains, but the hospitality, people will definitely fall in love with the hospitality.
Is gasvrij. Thank you, Johan.
And they don't take no for an answer.
Which means it's a flat course, Ntate Mokoka. What can we expect then on race day here? We've heard there's not much in the way of hills. We saw whenever we come to Bloemfontein in particular for races, we see the kind of times that are able to produce. What can we expect on race day here on the 25th of October?
I'm not sure it's for me or it's for everyone.
Everyone. For you and everyone.
No, I think because the course is very flat. There are people who love hills because they want to relax. But I think if the route is flat, Musi, we have to work till you reach the finish line. But most importantly, the activations, everyone, you must just enjoy. If there are drums, if there are people singing, just enjoy and have fun, because it's not only about reaching the finish line. You have to go through the process. And what I love about Still Waters and Absa Radio City is that they are trying to revive, and they are planning to revive the shorter distances in our own country, because we have known that the races that are so big in our country are ultras, and ultras mostly. But for now, having a 10K in South Africa, especially in all the series, if it can happen, Michael, I always put pressure on you that we have them in the entire 9 provinces. That would be amazing, because everyone will have to experience Radio City in a different way. You know, this morning, just for a few minutes that I've been in Bloemfontein, I've had a lot of conversations. One gentleman said to me, "We are happy you are here. We thought you were going to retire before coming here." So we can thank Absa Radio City for creating that platform that I'm here. You know, it's one of those things that you are not aware that the people want to meet you, people aspire to meet you, but I think it's a platform. I mean, look at Johan now, me sitting here next to him. I remember I finished somewhere around 18th in the 10,000. But on the day, I was favoring Chipsiva on the Ray and Kiplagat. But Johan just sneaked out of there and then won the bronze medal. And when I'm sitting next to him, I'm like, wow, I'm actually sitting next to the legend. So there are people, especially in other provinces, that wishes that they can meet the people that they aspire or the people that they look up to. But with the Run of Your City series, please keep up the good work. Please continue the partnership. We were happy when we had you extended the partnership so that we can try to expand. One thing I've noticed, it seems like you set a benchmark. 3 years we have to be there, 3 years you have to be there. I hope it continues like that and then goes even globally if it has to. We'll be happy.
I'll leave it to these last two to close us with very quick questions. Johan, will you be participating in the Absa Run Your City series? Is that part of your plan?
Well, it's now is. I said, Ali actually put out a challenge. He said he's going to train for the next 3 months, and then I'm not allowed to train, and then we're going to race each other.
Earlier ran 41 minutes at the Absa Radio City Tshwane 10K, a man who's a 400-meter hurdler, so I'm training nicely. So
yeah, remember for us, for endurance athletes, it comes natural, right? Yeah. For a sprinter, it's not that easy. He needs to work a little bit harder. He's maybe a little bit heavier than we are. He has different muscle fibers that counts against him.
Our social media team after this need to take a versus photo of Alye and Cronje, and let's see who comes out on top at the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K. We know that the sharp end of the field will belong to these young men here. We leave it to you, Mr. Mulaudzi. You've mentioned you want to be first across the finish line. Maybe we need to understand what motivates you, what drives you to keep trying to win. What does it feel like? Or what's that thing, that special thing, when you are first man and you do that, you have that photo that we all need to have, that photo?
Yeah, honestly, the competition is tough out there. But when you cross the finishing line, when you're first, it's the best feeling ever. I can't explain that. It's best feeling ever.
Best feeling ever.
Yeah.
The best feeling ever at the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K. That's where we leave it for this morning. Thank you so much for all of your love. And thank you for making this day special. Remember, this is important. So, entries are going to open. General entries, that means us, rank and file. No, let me not cut myself here. Rank and file on the 1st of August. But before that, who gets first dibs? Absa Rewards members, your entries open today at noon. So at noon today, if you are an Absa Reward member, you can go on absarunyyourcityseries.com, enter the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K happening on the 25th of October. And then the rest of us, 1st of October. And if you missed the Absa Run Your City Tshwane 10K because it's sold out, you missed the Absa Run Your City Joburg 10K because it's already sold out, but it's happening in November. This is your chance to travel from Kimberley, from Welkom, from Kroonstad, from Paris, from wherever to the heart of South Africa to be part of this magic. And even from the Mountain Kingdom just here next door to be part of the Absa Run Your City Mangaung 10K. See you on the 25th of October, and thank you for spending the morning with us. It has been a pleasure.